Today's lesson, we are going to create a stamp for Earth Day. Earth Day is on April 22nd every single year, and today we're going to draw our own stamp that has a catchphrase to do with Earth Day. A catchphrase is like a quick slogan, something that's like short and sweet and helps you kind of remember either a company or a brand or, for example, Earth Day. So, for example, Nike's slogan is "Just Do It." McDonald's slogan is "I'm loving it." So today I already created my own and it's called "Let's Keep the Earth Clean," and that's going to be my slogan for Earth Day. So we're going to go ahead and create our own list of slogans for Earth Day. So we're going to be making an Earth Day stamp. And the idea is if we were going to have the post office sell our stamps, what slogan is going to be really awesome and what's going to make the post office choose our stamp? So it has to do with recycling. It needs to have something to do with going green, keeping the earth clean. So I want to come up with something that's catchy and maybe fun and will make people remember Earth Day and why it's so important. So I might do something that's like simple, like "Don't be mean, go green." Because green is all about saving the earth, and Earth Day, maybe I want to do something like, instead of "got milk," it could be "got green" with a question mark, and maybe it's a picture. I maybe could draw Cookie Monster, who's not blue anymore, he's maybe green. Maybe I could do Team Green. Maybe it's something, love the green scene, maybe. Again, you want it to be clever, you want it to be creative, you want it to catch people's attention. Maybe just something as simple as "Go green." Maybe just like green. Because pink is so popular, I'm going to do this last one as "Green is the new pink." They can be silly, they can be fun, whatever you want. Just make it your own. So for today's project, all I need is white paper, whatever I'm coloring with, and I'm also going to use scissors. Now your paper can be any size paper you want. We are going to make it into the shape of a square. And I'm going to show you really quickly how we're going to do that. So I'm just going to take my white paper. I'm going to use one of these slogans. I'm going to move it aside. I'm going to take my white paper. It's a rectangular shape, so I'm actually going to take the short side. So there's the long sides and the short sides. I'm going to take one of the short sides right here, and I'm actually going to fold it up towards the top of the long side like this, and it goes into like the shape of a triangle. And I'm actually going to fold it down, and I'm going to cut this little piece off. And this is going to give me a triangle, but when I open it up, I've got a square. So if you ever need to make a square piece of paper, now you know how to do it. So I've got my square. So just like a stamp from the post office, I want to create that like fun, bumpy edge. So just using a pen, you guys, I encourage you to use a pencil in case you make a mistake so you can erase it. I am just going to create a nice, fun, decorative line edge on the sides. Now I did like bumps and U's and W's for this, but you can do whatever you want. So for this one, just to make it different, I'm just gonna do some zigzags. And again, I encourage you to do this with pencil first and then do it with black marker to trace it if you want. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my slogan on the inside. So I'm gonna do "Got Green" because I think that's a fun slogan, and it's just really simple. So in really big bold letters, I'm going to spell out the words "Got Green." And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna put the word "green" down here. And then I'm actually going to make a little leaf inside of the E for "Go Green." Okay. And then I'm going to do got right here. Now I noticed that I ran out of space for my question mark, and that's totally fine. I could go back and add it on the side. Again, pencil is better for all lessons. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to create some grass because I want this, my stamp, to be all about going green, the outdoors, and all of that fun stuff. So it shows that we are supporting the earth. So I might come in here and make like a large tree. With some branches. So I've gone ahead and I finished drawing out my stamp. I've got some trees, some flowers, some grass. I've got some trees in the background. You'll notice how they're much smaller. And then I also went ahead and I made a little more extra on the edge of my stamp. So I just drew some leaves and wrote green is clean, green is clean, green is clean. I did not do it on the top here because I felt like I was running out of space. So for my coloring, I've got some twistable crayons, color pencils, and I've got some markers that I'm going to use. Because this is green, I'm going to try and pull all of the green markers that I have from my supplies because I want to use green crayons, green color pencils, and I really want to make it bright and I want to color it well so that it really, really pops. So I'm going to pull out some of my colors that I'm going to use, and I know that I have some supplies that you guys don't have, but it doesn't matter. Just use whatever you have. So I'm just going to start with my greens. And then when I'm coloring in, because I'm using both, I'm actually going to outline some of the things in green with like the markers. And then I'll go back and I will color it in with the color pencils. Now, I want to take my time because I don't want to make any mistakes. Because I worked really hard on this and I don't want to have to redo it if I go outside the line or if... You know how it is. So I'm just going slow and I'm going to, again, outline, and then I'm going to go back with my color pencils or my crayons and I'm going to just go side to side. I want to fill in all the white space. And just like when I'm coloring with my color pencils and my crayons, and as if I was painting, and you should remember this from art, I want to use two colors to blend the colors together. So I've got a light green and a darker green, and I'm going to take the other color and I'm going to color it right on top, and it really starts to blend and make that tree really pop in the background there. Okay, and then for my brown, I can do the same thing. If you only have one of each shade, that's totally fine. Just do the best that you can. But again, notice that I'm filling in all the white space. I'm not scribble scrabbling, I'm really taking my time when I'm coloring in that space. So I'm kind of outlining it first, and then I'm going back and carefully filling in the space. So again, two colors when I'm doing my trees. Just gonna go side to side or up and down and really fill in that white space. Doing the best that I can, and I notice I'm staying inside of this line. I'm not going outside of the line because I'm going to do that a different color. I might even make it a pattern. I haven't decided yet. See, and even though I use the same two colors, these trees look different because I did them in different orders. I did the light green first on this tree, and I did the darker green first on the first tree. So that's a quick example. I am going to use my blue markers to color the sky. So when I'm coloring the sky, the same thing. I'm just going to go side to side and go really slow because I want to take my time. I don't want to rush. And if you don't know this about markers, but if you color too much in the same spot, with your paper, you'll actually create a hole in the paper, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm just going side to side, carefully going right up. You can even outline the spot that's going to be blue, because I don't want to see those lines. I shouldn't be able to see how I colored it in. So I'm just going to carefully come up here and outline the rest of that space before I color it in. All right, so you can see that I've already started coloring most of the stamp. Now I am going to go ahead and finish coloring, and I've grabbed some other greens. I'm using markers, color pencils, and crayons. You can use whatever you want. I am going to go in and color the rest of my picture. Notice how I take my time. Notice how I'm going side to side. I'm filling in all the white space. If possible, I'm blending two colors to make it look really vibrant and colorful on the page. And I'm just going to kind of speed along and finish it up. I'm going to finish coloring this stamp, and I'm also going to go ahead and finish coloring this stamp. So I've completed both of my stamps. So let's keep the earth clean and got green. So I highly encourage you to take your time, come up with a slogan that you really like, that is important to you, that you can turn your stamp into, and take your time, do it with pencil first, outline it with markers if you want, and then color it in and share a picture to the Google Classroom. I can't wait to see everybody's finished product.